Hey Hydrohaven family, welcome back to the channel. Whether you're a hydroponic enthusiast or just getting into it, I'm thrilled to have you with us today. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on more hydroponic tips, tricks, and plant care guides. Today we're diving into the world of succulents, but with a twist. If you're wondering how to grow these beauties in a hydroponic setup, you're in the right place. While succulents are traditionally grown in soil, they can also thrive in a hydroponic environment with a few adjustments. So whether you're new to hydroponics or looking to explore different plants, these 10 succulent tips for beginners will help you master growing succulents in your hydroponic system. Let's get started. Choose succulents that adapt well to hydroponics. Not all succulents are ideal candidates for hydroponic growing, especially when it comes to those that prefer very dry, low humidity conditions. The key is selecting succulents that can handle a bit more moisture, and that won't mind having their roots submerged in water for extended periods. Great choices for hydroponic growing include aloe vera. Known for its medicinal properties, aloe vera thrives in hydroponics with proper care. Jade plant, also known as Crassula ovata, another hardy succulent that adapts well to hydroponic systems, echeveria. These beautiful rosette-shaped succulents are perfect for both soil and hydroponic systems when properly maintained. Keep in mind that succulents in hydroponics generally need a balance of water and nutrients. Not as much as typical hydroponic crops like leafy greens, but enough to keep their roots fed. Hydroponic systems for succulents. When it comes to hydroponic systems for succulents, you'll want to choose one that allows for proper drainage while providing enough space for the roots to grow. The most common systems for growing succulents are deep water culture, or DWC. This method works best for succulents that don't need too much water but still require root access to nutrients. With DWC, the succulent's roots sit in water, and the plant receives nutrients directly from the water solution, Kratky method. This is an ideal passive hydroponic system that can work well for smaller succulents. It doesn't require pumps or air stones, just the right amount of water level and nutrient solution for root development. Wicking system. Succulents, especially those that prefer drier conditions, will benefit from a wicking system. It pulls water up from a reservoir through a wick to the plant's roots, giving the plant a little moisture without drowning it. While you can technically use almost any hydroponic system for succulents, these options are the most suitable for their specific needs. Proper nutrient solution for succulents. In hydroponics, the nutrient solution is key. Unlike traditional soil, which provides nutrients naturally, hydroponic systems rely on a liquid mix of water and essential nutrients to keep your plants healthy. For succulents, you'll want to use a nutrient solution that's low in nitrogen. Too much nitrogen can cause succulents to become leggy and overly soft. Here's a quick breakdown of what succulents need in their nutrient solution. Low nitrogen. Choose a balanced hydroponic nutrient mix with a low nitrogen ratio, like a 1-1-1 or 2-1-2 formula. Calcium. Succulents love calcium for strong cell walls and healthy growth. Magnesium and potassium. These two nutrients are vital for strong leaf and root development, but don't overdo it. You can also add seaweed extract to your nutrient mix for extra growth stimulation and overall plant health. Watering. Less is more. Just like soil-grown succulents, succulents in hydroponics don't need constant watering. In fact, they thrive on less frequent watering, so make sure you don't drown them. The beauty of hydroponics is that the water reservoir will naturally provide consistent moisture, but it's important to monitor the water level. Tips for watering your hydroponic succulents. Ensure that the water level stays about 1 to 2 inches below the roots. This prevents the plant from sitting in stagnant water and helps it develop healthy root systems. Keep an eye on the humidity levels in your grow area. Succulents like dry air, so you might need to control humidity levels, especially if you're growing multiple plants in the same space. During the winter months, when your succulents are in a more dormant phase, reduce the water and nutrient feed even more. Light is key. Just like soil-grown succulents, your hydroponic succulents will need plenty of bright, indirect light. Succulents love sunlight, and while they don't need intense, direct sunlight all day, they do need around 6 hours of light per day to thrive. If growing indoors, natural light, place your hydroponic setup near a sunny window that gets lots of light throughout the day. Grow lights. If natural light is lacking, you can use LED grow lights or fluorescent lights to provide the spectrum your succulents need. Make sure your setup doesn't get too hot or the succulents may get sunburned. If you notice the leaves turning pale or having dry spots, you might need to adjust the light source. Temperature management succulents thrive in warm temperatures. The ideal range for hydroponic succulents is 60 degrees Fahrenheit to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, or 15 degrees Celsius to 29 degrees Celsius. When temperatures are too high or too low, your succulent may become stressed and its growth will be hindered. Keep your setup away from drafty windows, heaters, or air conditioners that can cause temperature fluctuations. If growing outdoors, bring your succulents inside if temperatures drop below 50 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 degrees Celsius. A consistent, moderate temperature will help your succulents grow strong and healthy in their hydroponic environment. Air circulation is so crucial in hydroponic systems. Often we use aeration, like through air stones or pumps, to keep the nutrient solution oxygenated. This is especially important for succulents, as they need good air circulation to avoid fungal and bacterial growth in the roots. In systems like deep water culture, it's best to use an air pump to keep the water well oxygenated. And for passive systems like Kratky, make sure the roots aren't completely submerged in the nutrient solution and that they have access to air at the top of the water line. Proper air circulation helps your succulent roots get the oxygen they need to grow strong without becoming waterlogged or rotting. Watch for signs of stress. Even though succulents are low maintenance, they are still susceptible to stress if they're not getting what they need. Here's what to look for. Yellowing leaves. Too much water or nutrients could be the culprit. Leggy growth. This happens when the plant doesn't get enough light. Wilted leaves, a sign of underwatering or too little humidity. Make sure to check on your plants regularly to ensure they're getting the right care. Small issues are much easier to fix early on. Be careful when propagating. Succulents are easy to propagate, but it's a bit trickier in hydroponic systems. You can propagate succulents through leaf cuttings or offsets, but be patient. It might take a little longer for them to develop roots in water as opposed to soil. To propagate, first, cut a healthy leaf or offset from the parent plant. Then, let it callus over for 2 to 3 days. This helps prevent rot. Finally, place the cutting in your hydroponic system and wait for it to develop roots. Patience is key. Hydroponic systems slow down root growth compared to soil, so don't rush the process. Enjoy the process. Hydroponic growing is an incredibly rewarding experience, and succulents can bring beauty and tranquility to your space. Whether you're growing them in a small DWC system on your countertop or a larger Kratky setup in your living room, it's important to enjoy the journey of watching your plants thrive in water. Succulents might be low maintenance, but with these tips, you'll be able to get them growing like pros in no time. That's a wrap, Hydrohaven family. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe and share this.